Итак, Жанна, короче, нам нужен урок.
So let's start, Jana. As far as I understood, you need the lesson, right? The painting is not as important. No, I want both the lesson and the painting, and I want this to be very beautiful at the end. Then I'll have to help you. We start our drawing with pencil with direct lines. You may also stamp with your finger. Basically, irises have 3 petals growing upwards and 3 petals growing downwards. We just make a kind of a silhouette. Then all the rest we will paint with our brushes. Well, this petal I don't see where it grows from, but okay, let's leave it here. So the first step is over. Let's start painting. We start with dark tints, with dark colors. Don't be afraid of dark ones. Later we will highlight the lighter parts, so far it's okay. By the way, sienna color is very well combined with violet and mauve tints. So we paint just naturally. Feel free, don't be afraid. So far we use dark colors. Later we will have some chance to correct some shapes and tints. So this is the undercoat, the shades of the petals. So far we use only demi-tints, half-tones. If you have a lot of colors on your brush, you may use it also for the background. Don't pay too much attention to the details. You should value your 2 hours of work only. You should just dedicate all of your emotions and strengths in your painting, and then in an hour or an hour and a half, and you will see that whether you could get something out of this painting or it's not going to be good. Never. Because when the undercoat is not well painted, well, it's not likely that you will have anything interesting at the end. You should mark this fiber so that you see it and you do not spoil it with the dark color. Otherwise, it would be very hard to paint it later. So take the brush and try to paint your own petal.
Вот можно уже немножко слегка вот очень легко самыми кончиками.
And slightly you may just take the brush and with its rim just fuse the colors a little bit, but be careful, don't do it harsh, just very delicately. Just fusing, melting the tints. Don't be in a hurry. Just make it delicate. Make it gently. So you can see that here we already have a kind of a painting. You can see it. Later we will add some more colors and tints. You may take any. You may work like this at all places on your paintings, just trying to stamp the tints between them.
У каждого человека свой тяга к какому-то колориту,
Here you should feel. You should try to find your own taste, just trying whatever you like more and what color you're feeling like using, and then you just pick the one you liked most.
Вот у нас уже первый слой въелся.
So this is the first layer, and you can see that it's soaked with by canvas. Now you cannot take this away because the canvas is quite plushy, kind of velvety. Now to get it, to take it away, you may only use the dilutant. If, for instance, we had a kind of a usual canvas, with this technique we would just had a kind of a grains on canvas. But here the canvas has a kind of interesting surface, and here you can work just with colors, not concentrating on details too much, and you will have an effect of fresco, of Venetian plaster. If you work like this couple of times, well, let's not say a couple, just sometimes, then you will have this feeling of colors, you will have the taste for colors, and you would be very successful in such kind of works. Well, as you say, that the brightness, it's not bad actually. It's quite easy to fix it. You may just take another color, another tint, and just apply it upon your bright color, and it's okay, it doesn't look that bright anymore. Well, for this kind of paintings, I think you have to have a special type of mood, I suppose. Well, not that romantic special type of mood, but you should have a working mood. You should be energized, you should feel good. Just take a cup of coffee, create a kind of a plan, just a kind of a design. You just imagine what colors would you use in this particular case, and then you just start working. If you don't have that plan, that small design, you would not have that convincing painting. So here you take just some color, and at some points you add different tints in it. Just the ones that you feel like lacking at this particular paint. I see that on this painting you kind of expressed your character. It's like a carnival. Oh yeah. And have a look at this kind of tint. It's a very delicate combination, and you should take care of it. Don't lose it. To keep it like this, you may just cover it with the palette knife with some lighter color, with a lighter tint, and just leave it like this. It's complicated enough. It has its atmosphere, it has its character. So it's just something that we really need. And you can work freely with the palette knife. This one, as you can see, is a little bit curved. If it was planed, for instance, it would leave the traces. But once it's curved, you may just work with it delicately, and it doesn't, let's say, hurt the painting. It doesn't leave the traces, the harsh ones. So no consequences of palette knife on canvases are seen. But for this kind of work, you should remember that the canvas should be velvety, should be smooth. It should not be glossy. Once we applied some dark tints, we can remove some excessive colors. You may even apply a kind of a towel or tissue, so that later we could highlight freely the places that we need.
Сейчас нам она уже не будет мешать высветлять себя. Вот можно.
And now we can work comfortably without being afraid of this kind of yielding very very soft colors.
Остался чуть-чуть тоненький слой, который уже нам.
You can see that the layer is quite thin, just a very very thin layer of colors.
Вот видите, она уже не вплавляет, то есть она вплавляется хорошо вот этим.
And now you can see that all the strokes are fused with the environment. This is just the very effect that we were trying to reach. Well, let's leave it so far and get down to another part of our job. You see, just one stroke with soft brush and just covering it over solid colors, and you can see a completely different effect. It looks like a leaf with fibers. We'll get back to it later. So it seems like you're trying to finish my painting. Well, let me finish it. You see, irises are not very easy flowers to paint. Well, actually, Oleg, everything started from a coloring book. Well, you know, the ones that you color with according to the numbers. Oh, just wait a second. Can you see? I made a stroke, and I took some colors from the background. And it fused, it mixed with the lighter stroke. And it is a very nice effect because we have a kind of luminous petal at the same time. So what's about this coloring book? So I took the coloring book from my nephew, and this is where it all started. Over here we will also add some color. It will not be that gray anymore. Well, let's say here it will be yellowish. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, we should avoid monochrome, so it should be colorful, bright. But please be delicate. You could make it all bright and shiny and glossy, but it won't be that delicate and tender. As for instance here, we have the red color, but we will remove it later a little bit. Just some nuances, just some tints. You see, I don't think anymore about technique. I don't think about how to put the brush. I'm just spontaneous. And you see, our brain is, let's say, it is made like this. So we are thinking in images. We do not need the detailed explanation that these are irises and that it has so many petals and so many petals here. We just need a kind of just a general image, and then we'll imagine all the rest by ourselves.
к обеду будет подсыхать немножко. Тут есть лак.
By the lunchtime, by the way,
И уже будет
the colors will get drier, and later we will use the another kind of stroke, a kind of a torn stroke, the one with the stop, breathing. But so far we cannot use it because it's too thick. So much in paintings depends on brushes. Yeah, that's true. Every brush has its own character, has its own manner. And you should remember what can you do with this particular brush, what you cannot do with it. You may start working with it, then it gets a little bit, it works out, and then you just, at some point, you just throw it away. This, for instance, I used maybe for a couple of years already.
Можно перебить движение. Смотрите, они как бы вот так смотрят, нам нужно вот так вот.
So here we will give a little bit different direction to the painting. You see that they look in this direction, and we will give another direction to them.
У нас тут уже краски много на холсте, и уже можно сухой кистью что-то добывать, какие-то звуки.
Now we have quite a lot of colors right on canvas, so we don't need to apply even more. We may just take a dry brush and using it as a palette knife, just get some undertones with the brush. I would like to have such a brush. Well, I'll try to find something in my vaults, but it seems like they're all sold out. I have one which is not glued yet. I can just glue it for you and then sell it. Okay, so take the brush and make these kind of strokes.
Вот это отлично. Смотри, можно даже и оставить вот этот вот мазок.
So,
Пускай он такой
just leave this stroke like this, with fibers, kind of melting down in the environment. So turn on all of your femininity, all your delicacy, and then you'll have a very nice painting. You can see that actually the brush paints itself, and you don't need to paint all the details. You just need to add the right tint to your brush.
Так вот два разных мазка, их можно сплавить между собой.
So you see those two strokes, you may just fuse them together to stamp them a little bit. And you see the tintage that we have. All we have is just some methods. You can count it with fingers of one hand. And once you learn to apply it well, in a right way, you would learn to paint.
Эти прожилки все можно наносить щетинной кистью, а потом достаточно грубо. А потом
all these fibers, all these wrinkles should be applied with bristle brush, and then just with another dry brush you may make a tintage and to smear it a little bit.
вообще. Вот они как рисуются, эти складки.
Well, I couldn't even imagine how these wrinkles are painted.
Почти
It's
прозрачная
that
краска.
easy.
Даже вот летит краска, масло летит.
You see,
Прозрачная.
the colors are almost clear, illuminated. It's just flying over your painting.
Туда какие-то звуки.
Some more leaves
Просто вот раз.
and some more nuances over there to the background.
Вот нам нужно подчеркнуть вот эти диагонали как-то разбить обязательно.
What we need to highlight is these diagonal lines, and we need just to add some movement to it, some dynamics.
Делать такое правильно.
If something went wrong, don't worry, we may fix it later.
Когда перетирать будете,
Just if some stroke doesn't satisfy you.
прожилки хорошо, когда они
What is important when you are painting, please use a very nice, nicely rubbed down whitewash. When painting these fibers, the whitewash should be homogeneous. Oh, surely you should add some tint to the white color, not painting with the plain white. But pay attention that there are no grains in the white color.
Казалось бы, такие вот эти, здесь вот прям тень получилась, да?
Да.
And here we got this kind of a shadow. This is what I told you about. First you paint the shades, the shadows, and then the highlights. This is the way the painting works.
Легкий намек читается как листик. Пускай он там будет.
Да.
You see just a kind of a hint, just an outline of a leaf. Let's leave it like this there.
Вот, понимаете, вот такая должна везде такая вот степень сложности быть.
Да, да.
You see,
Такая вот организованность.
all over your painting there should be kind of a complicated colors. There should be kind of arrangement. So the surface should be different,
И с этим всё
and the
гармонично.
color, the combination of color should be different. And in general, everything should be harmonized. No too bright colors, no overwhelming details. So we got it right. So that's it. Let's stop it. Let's stop here.